Carried some awkward things into the cabin, you know, like the eye joists, my boat, a full-size fridge, but this is one of the worst, yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to Raspberry Rock. So I got quite the project today. I thought this is kind of funny. My neighbor texted me one day and said, "I got a dock for you. Want to buy a dock? It's used. It's 300 bucks." And I said, "Sure, I guess." So he said, "Yeah, okay, I'll drop it off where you park your car." So there's a dock out there. In fact, it's bigger than I thought it was. At first he said it was 5 by 12, but there's two sections that are 5 by 12. So anyway, today's project is going to be bringing in the dock. Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's big, it's awkward, you know. The last big awkward thing I brought in was probably the boat, which is in episode 4.1. Maybe I'll link it up here if I remember. But this is bigger than that. 5 by 12 is bigger than the boat. Yeah, anyway, let's do it. I really don't know what to expect. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take out a bunch of stuff. I'm going to do what I usually do, and then we'll see when we get out there, I guess. So this is typically my setup. I've secured the plywood to the trailer using blocks underneath, screws into blocks underneath, and I've got extra blocking 2x4s because I found they can sometimes be useful just to screw them into the plywood to help things from shifting around. What the hell am I doing here? I got my screw gun in here. I got lots of extra screws. I got lots of straps. Stay. And I got a bottle of water. It's actually quite warm out today. Warmer than it has been recently. It's probably high 20s Celsius, 27, 28. Pretty warm. All right. So here's what we're looking at. Apparently both of these, these look like deck boards. They might have to be replaced sooner than later. They're not in terrible shape. So all this hardware, I guess, I suppose that's a ladder there. And these are the stumps that go in the water. The posts that go in the water, I should say. And I thought just one of these platforms was for me, because that would be 5 by 12. But apparently they're both for me. Those rain barrels are not for me. This dog is mine. Yeah, so I don't know. I think sorry, my one leg decided. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to lie it on deck down on that thing. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what we can do. What? I think we may have a wasted trip on our hands here. I can barely move this thing. All right, thinking man's gonna take over here for a minute. Well, I'm thinking if I pull it out with my winch and then get the trailer in beside it here, I might be able to flip it onto the trailer. This is one of those ideas that I'm thinking I really shouldn't do this. I should wait for help. test whether or not I could actually do this. I guess I can. And then just drop it on the... My brain is trying to kill me. But I don't want to do this near his ATV, so maybe if I drag it out in the road here a little more. Look at you, bud. All right. Willow! Junebug! That's a good girl. Good doggies. Two posts sticking out there. Where are they going to end up? Alright, you guys gotta see this. This is hilarious. These two posts, that one and that one on the other side, just fit outside the plywood. These must be exactly 4 feet apart. I'm gonna try and push them down a little bit further to get more of the post around the plywood. And that's going to hold it very stable. Do you not agree? Nice. Perfect. Some of you keen-eye observers may have noticed this wheel. I'll try to tell right now, but the bearings are gone in it, and they need to be replaced as well. So if you remember, I attached my plywood underneath here into blocks underneath the trailer, the bed of the trailer. What I'm going to try and do here is I got these nice 4-inch screws. I'm going to try and get the screw through the 2x4 between the deck board, through the plywood into that block on both sides here, and it's going to hold it really, really stable. If I can do that. That might be a challenge. There, I think. Cheers to Russell. And I'll put another screw in up above. Keep it from moving. Nice. Genius. Do the top two as well, just because there's a lot of teeter-totter. I don't have much faith in these top ones, actually. It was hard to get the dock to sit down flat against the plywood, like over there. I'm not even sure. I put 3 screws in. I don't know how well they're in there. I don't think they're in there very good. Anyway, I'm gonna get the straps on. The straps are really what's gonna hold it down. These blocks are just to hold it in place. Without the blocks, the whole load can shift even under the tightest straps. I was having problems with one screw. I don't know, I was going through the 2x4, trying to get it out. It was just spinning. So I was wrestling with it and I had to push the screw down on something else. Then, of course, I grabbed the screw and it was hot. Holy crap, it was hot. Like, it still hurts. That was a few minutes ago. It still hurts. Ouchers. Almost forgot these things. Always take as much as you can in a load without overloading, I guess, or whatever. I gotta do some rejiggering here. This is stupid. All right, we're ready to go here. The ladder's in place. These bars can potentially move a lot, but they are locked in here between the... That's gonna move a whole lot, can it? Just move that on the inside of those pieces. With one hand tied behind my back. Okay, well. So... the end here is, well, that's the whole trailer moving. They can't go very far because they're locked in here. So, anyway, we are ready to go. So I've hit a tree, which is dying anyway. I think the easiest option would be to deal with a tree. Thankfully, I carry what I call my Sean James hatchet. He's not hatchet, but it's an axe. It's a medium-sized axe. He's got it in his Amazon store. So. Carried some awkward things into the cabin, you know, like the eye joists, my boat, a full-size fridge, but this is one of the worst, yeah. The back edge I knew was going to take some damage, not too bad so far. Where I had to deal with that tree, somehow it took this bit out right here, and then I hit this board with the axe a few times. But otherwise, all in all, like these bars haven't shifted much. The ladder's still where it should be. I'm pretty happy with how that's going. So I was seriously parched. I thought I brought a bottle of water with me, but I hadn't. I forgot it here, and I was so dry. As soon as I got back, I raced inside and had a couple of cups of water. Why does that happen? Anybody know what that means? Anyway, I think the second half of the trail was worse. The worse, because the further I get in, the closer the trees are to the edge of the trail and stuff like that. My fault, really. I got to just clear that out, and I started doing that this year. So I hit a few trees, just on the sides on the way in. Nothing serious, but you know, it does a bit of damage. I'm gonna take this stuff off, and then I'm gonna go inside and like hydrate and rest for half an hour. I know there are deer flies around me now, but they really haven't been that bad the last few days. But I probably leave the dogs here for the second trip because they were still getting bugged. Yeah, these boards weren't doing much. Alright. This is what separates the men from the boys. It means I shouldn't be doing this. Oh. Whoops. Okay. Is it really this heavy? Oh, I might have a problem here. Oh, right. This part. No. I'm too close to the tree. And I'm hung up on a branch. can't do it. It's like straight up and down. And I can't move the bottom out. Come to think of it, I don't know how I'm getting the ATV out of here. It's hard as hell to back stuff up. So I'm just going to sit here for half an hour and hydrate and rest. And I probably won't take the dogs with me when I go. Oh, that's so much better. This is a really stuffy thing. And I'm soaked. The dogs, I'm going to leave here for the second trip. Yeah. Junebug won't mind at all. Willow will mind, but she'll get over it. Well, here we go again. I seem to be facing the wrong way, but the posts are on this end. I don't want them to be at the front, and it's no problem. I can just take the ATV. Once everything's secured, I can take the ATV up, turn around, and come back down. Oh, I'm losing energy quickly here. You know what? I want to back up a little bit. Last time I shove it up there. I guess I did. Well, we're set up. It was a little bit easier without the ladder. My drill just ran out as I was doing it, and you know how you do the crank. Yeah, I was doing a lot of that. Anyway, got her done. I had to leave a bunch of pieces of board over there with screws, but because I couldn't screw them in anywhere here. But I will take them another trip. Oh, I'm tired. I'm really tired. I probably won't film as much on the way back unless I have problems. Just want to get back there. Well, it's 6 o'clock, and I was hoping to be done by now, but I'm not. I'm about halfway. Two of my boards came off, and I really have no way of securing them again, and they're just bouncing along. So, okay, do that. So, hopefully they'll stay there, and hopefully this doesn't make my load come off. Oh, let's get going, Russell. Jesus, why am I talking? The damage to the end here was pretty significant. Oh, like the last board on here, or maybe the last two boards on here are just destroyed. Which I knew that. The back of the trailer just slaps off of everything. Like the whole thing does this the whole way in, right? So the back of the trailer just smacks off the rocks and the trees and... Anyway. feels like the whole trail is right. Oh, this happened last time. The whole trailer did kind of flip with it, didn't it? I don't know if I can do this. Come on. You son of a gargoyle. All right. The posts. It's stuck on there now. Oh, come on. Whacked my ATV pretty good. Come on. I was doing the same thing. Sakes. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to tie it to the tree so it doesn't fall over. Lassie, go for help. Lassie, go for help. Go for help, Lassie! Call 911, Lassie! Bring me a beer, Lassie! Bring me a beer! Where's my beer? So I made dinner, a very quick dinner, a sidekick, our rice sidekick. I think it was country mushroom. I had some veggies and some chicken, and those meals are so great because you can do the whole thing in less than 15 minutes. That includes heating up the water. And it's nice and tasty and quick and filling. And now I'm having a Kilkenny Irish cream ale. These are really good. I'm really enjoying these. I used to do back when I was hauling in materials for the cabin, I used to do trips like that, like every day for weeks. I did those, and I do maybe 6 to 8 trips a day, depending on what it was and how quickly I could load and unload. And I don't know if I'm just getting old or that wasn't that long ago. So my GoPro battery died. Second one today. That reminds me, I shot everything today on my GoPro. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments. The GoPro, I hesitated a long time on buying the GoPro 7 because I had the GoPro 3 and it's a pretty good camera. I did everything I needed it to do, so I couldn't really justify getting the 7. But I went ahead and got the 7. There were some pretty good claims about stabilization, but boy, it was one of the best things I bought because the stabilization is better than any camera out there right now. And it takes really good video. So let me know what you think about that. There's a plane. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my beer and take it easy this evening. I feel like it. Anyway, TJ Miller, I'm sorry for the things I've said. Hopefully we can talk soon, buddy. And for everybody else, oh yeah, Roxanne, I hope you enjoyed this video. Roxanne, you don't have to put on my red vest. Everybody, peace out.